Salmon farming has been one of Scotland's biggest successes, creating thousands of jobs in areas where there aren't many and making salmon cheaper than cod. But there's a downside. Critics say it's ruining some of the wildest and most beautiful places in Europe. Now the Scottish executive is considering new regulations to control the booming industry. In 1986, Scotland produced just over 10,000 tonnes of farmed salmon, but by 2001 that had jumped to more than 158,000 tonnes. One of the latest battlegrounds is the Isle of Mull. From there, our environment correspondent Richard Bilton has this special report.
There is nothing new in farming the sea. Scallop divers have worked out of Ulva Ferry for generations. Every day, Phil Hoary harvests the shellfish that grow in the tidal flow. For years, he has shared these waters with salmon farms. Now he says he's worried.
It's very hard to make a living up here as it is, so the fish farm does provide jobs in that respect. But I think they're now going overboard where the intensive farming in such small areas is producing damage to the environment.
Here on Mull, up until now, there's been a kind of uneasy truce, but plans for new salmon farms have led to people asking questions about the relationship between the benefits to the economy and the demands on the environment. And those questions are now being asked right across Scotland.
3, 2, 1, go!
South of Mull, environmentalists say they have been watching what fish farms can do. The BBC has obtained this footage. Divers filming what they say was the healthy floor of the sea. 8 weeks later, after a fish farm had begun its work, they say they went back. The food and sewage transforming the coral, an area cloaked in dirt.
The effluent consists of fish feces, excess fish feed and the chemicals and the treatments they put onto the fish. It just smothers the sea life. We're not against salmon farming. What we are opposed to is the inappropriate location of salmon farms where there would be such adverse damage as this.
Further around the coast and a different salmon farm. They don't look much, but this is a highly successful industry. 6,500 people are employed. Demand for the product has trebled in a decade. They say the latest technology is used to protect an environment that they depend upon.
We monitor the seabed all the time. This is our factory floor. We have to keep it healthy. The salmon is the most sensitive biological monitor known to man. If we mess it up, our fish and our business will suffer.
So where does all this leave a community like Mull? 6 new developments are proposed, and some people are worried about how many farms will eventually come.
Not knowing what these proposals are in the future and what the guidelines will be, and this is, I think, the main worry in everybody's mind.
This is a community that has always used the ocean, but it's increasingly divided, and both sides want guidelines laid down that will protect the future of their waters. Richard Bilton, BBC News on the Isle of Mull.